All right.
Oh yeah, I just got the notification.
All right. I think you should be the host again, and it shows that it is streaming and there's 14 people watching. So I think we're good to go.
Great. Yeah, because they would have gotten the notification.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I just got the notification.
All right. I think you should be the host again, and it shows that it is. So I just closed the YouTube on my computer so we don't have like it playing twice.
I hear
so it showed that it's still live. So I am going to sign off. If you need me, I will be around so you can text me.
Wonderful. Yeah, I do see that my so I haven't officially started broadcasting on Zoom yet though.
Okay.
Yep, I still have that box, but I probably will here in a few minutes and start letting people come in.
And I automatically made Lena Marie and Ashley as panelists. So they have the link. So as soon as they sign on, it will automatically set them to panelists.
Right.
So they should have access to, share their screen and everything like that, or share their video. So
perfect.
All righty.
All right. Thanks.
Talk to you later.
I need you.
Bye.
Bye. Well, hello for those of you watching on YouTube. We will get started in a few minutes. I haven't even started broadcasting on the Zoom and allowing people in yet. So I guess just hang tight. I would say maybe about 5-2, you can, we'll start to have something for you to watch. If you're listening, you can probably hear that dishes are still being cleaned up. That's why I'm muting myself. So you have time to get on your phone or check your email, scroll social media a little bit. Ashley and Lena Marie will be joining us soon. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. We are live right now
Awesome.
on YouTube, just so you know. I've been just sitting here chilling. Should let all of you that are watching live on YouTube know that I'm not looking at YouTube. We're not looking at YouTube. So I can't see any questions, comments, anything like that. Just understand that was the purpose of joining us here. But feel free to talk amongst each other if you would like, but just know that we can't see that. And hopefully you have your wine or your beverage of choice. I do have a little white wine, a little crisp white. I see Ashley has
Little Cabernet.
I have
So
my
hopefully-
Riesling.
Oh.
I'm experimenting.
Oh,
I don't drink Riesling, but I went to a lovely winery last week, Brotherhood in upstate New York,
Mhm.
and they have a really nice Riesling. So it's nicely.
wow.
poured.
I am drinking Riesling as well. So cheers
Oh.
to that. Is yours more of a late harvest? So is it pretty sweet or is it a semi?
It's actually pretty dry. So I love the drier wines. That's why I stick with the Cabernets,
Yep.
like the Merlots, like really bold, spicy wines. But you know, with the summer, I was like, I need to have something nice and crisp.
Yeah, I do prefer white in the warm weather months just because it's chilled. And then in fall and winter, I generally go to red.
That's so funny. I'm red wine, and I know it's crazy all year round.
Yeah, no, not crazy.
All
Not
year
many
round.
people are. I used to be always red, but then now I mix it up, and there's something about a crisp white when it's warm weather out.
Oh, I hear you.
Okay, it looks like we have, why is it?
Gosh,
Oh, we have an attendee. Okay.
Do I look naked?
Yeah, that's how I would have been if I wouldn't have put something on over top. No, you look perfectly fine. It fits the topic.
Right?
It can be a little risque, right? It is wine night. It is wine night, and we're talking dating, and it all kind of goes with the topic.
I'm just gonna go with
Trudy.
it.
If you can hear me, Trudy, let me know in the chat. I always like to make sure. And Sylvia, welcome. We have some attendees joining us for those of you watching on YouTube. Some of the ladies are starting to enter the classroom. Let me know in the chat box, please, those of you on Zoom, if you can hear me.
Tracy, just so okay. I can see the chat now. Can you see the chat too, Lena Marie?
Yes. So now I
Okay,
see it.
good. I just want to make sure, like, if we get a question, we'll be able to see it, that everyone can see it.
And I'll go over some of that information when we get more people.
Okay.
Joining us. What time are we at? Okay, about 6 minutes.
We got time.
We got time. Definitely do.
We don't have as many in the classroom this time, but I think with being live on YouTube, that could be where everyone's at.
I think everyone's on YouTube these days.
Thank you, Trudy. Thank you.
That's so nice.
I'm wearing the red lipstick. I love wearing red something, like on a first date. That's my thing.
At this time of the night, I would generally not have any makeup on, and I would probably be in my pajamas. I mean, my goal is 7 o'clock. I'm in bed.
Wow. Well, you wake up and you wake up like when you wake up, I think it's the middle of the night.
It is the middle.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is.
Definitely is.
Yeah, I've actually, and I haven't even shared this yet. So those of you watching on YouTube, this will be new news, but I recently have been sleeping in a little bit later. I'm getting up more about 10 to 5 o'clock, just because my sleep hasn't been great. Now this morning I was up at 4, but so not every day. It just depends on what's happening that day, but I'm trying to work towards a little bit later wake up time. I mean, 5 is probably the latest. My husband's up, so he gets up at 10 to 5. It's just, but it's always been that way. But yeah, it is the middle of the night. Thank you. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Okay, we have a couple more people joining us.
Good. Welcome.
Feel free to share in the chat where you're watching from if you would like. I doubt we're going to have any of our international viewers at this time, since it would be middle of the night for them. But we definitely would be good time for Pacific and Mountain Time, all of them, really.
Right.
So yeah, feel free to use the chat. I will just share with everyone, and then as more people come in, I can go through it again. But Redding, California, nice. So Pacific time zone. Thank you, Trudy. If you have questions, please leave them in the Q&A. But I would wait until we're done, because there's a good chance that whatever your question may be, it could get answered. So, but just know, kind of hold off, wait till the end, leave it in the Q&A. If there's something that we didn't hit on that you want to know more about, we'd be happy to tackle it. And again, for those of you on YouTube, no one is patrolling those questions or what you're putting in comments. So if you have questions there, we wouldn't be able to get to those. So I apologize for that, but that's why we're here. So, but you still get, I'm sure we will cover all territory.
I think so.
We will.
And Lena Marie and I, we can pop on the YouTube page maybe tomorrow to see if there's a question there that we can answer or something like that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Florette, for letting us know there's 68 live on YouTube right now. So hello, all 68 of you watching. So happy to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully you've got your beverage of choice. Doesn't have to be wine. It could be tea. It could be coffee, hopefully decaf for the evening, whatever you would like. Water. We have our wine.
Water is good.
Yeah, so do we want to just dive in? Well, we've got 2 more minutes. I don't want to jump the gun.
Yes, we have 2 more minutes. So we have Florida, we have California. Where else is everyone from? So Ashley and I are in New York City. Super cold today. Oh, it was chilly.
I can't. It went from summer to winter very quickly. There was no fall. I'm very angry about it. I hate the winter so much. I really do. It's like, and as coaches, we're always trying to reframe and how do you sort of see the brighter side? And I'm like, no, there is no brighter side to winter. And I'm just,
You're skipping fall and you've already went to winter.
Yeah. I love fall, but I don't like what comes after it.
I know.
But yeah, Michigan winters are brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, I am getting some messages. Let me make sure that they're not anything. It's just the family text. Just the family text. Welcome if you are joining us, whether on YouTube or here on Zoom. For anyone that's just now popping on YouTube Live, just letting you know that Ashley, Lena Marie, and I, none of us can see you. We're not watching YouTube, so I can't see what's coming in the comments or anything like that. We can only see what's coming in the comments and chat box in the Zoom room. But we want to welcome all of you. Thank you for being with us tonight. We appreciate it. Feel free to share with one another where you're watching from.
Greetings from Colorado. Hello.
Oh, bucket list there.
Talk about cold. Yeah.
Never been. I want to go.
Super nice.
That's a bucket list for me. For sure. Okay,
Right.
where else? All right. So it's 7. I guess we'll just get started. People may join in. Oh, we have someone from Utah's a bucket list too. Okay. Well, I already said hello to everyone. So thank you once again for joining us tonight. Ashley and Lena Marie are both coaches with Hensel Coaching and Consulting. They're going to be talking tonight about the Single Girls Kit, as I have been mentioning, their 6-week course. I'm going to share with you real quick before they get going on some of the really pivotal things that we want to hear when it comes to dating, but there's some really great offers and I want to make sure I share them with you right now because you don't want to pass these up. You don't want to pass them up. So the first offer, the first irresistible offer is if you sign up for the Single Girls Kit 6-week course, you will receive on top of that 4 free coaching sessions with either Ashley or Lena Marie. So that right there is just, when they told me that, I was like, wow, that's incredible. The second irresistible offer is I am hosting a Dress for Success class. I hosted this class the last time that Ashley and Lena Marie did the Single Girls Kit. I offered this class for anyone that registered. They got a free pass for the class. So you get in free. There will be a link sent to you that will give you your login so that you can jump in. Anyone else can take advantage of that Dress for Success class where I share 12 best practices to style and sophistication. Understand that this class is for everyone, not just women that are out dating and looking to meet someone. This can be in your professional life, your personal life, and there's so much more to it. It's not just about the presentation of your clothes. We talk about hair, makeup, posture, just what you're putting out every time you step foot outside your home. So it covers a lot. The class is amazing. I highly recommend all of you take it. But again, Single Girls Kit registrants will get in for free. The rest of you, the cost is $47. And there will be a link in the description box below YouTube where you can take advantage of that, but you can get to it on my Instagram bio. You can get to it on the website. It's everywhere. The first irresistible offer, which is a secret bonus, is Ashley and Lena Marie are offering the ELI, the Energy Leadership Index Assessment and Debrief for anyone who registers for the Single Girls Kit by Monday. So that means you have to register by Monday. That's 2 days before the launch of the course. Don't miss out on this. The ELI is such a wonderful assessment. Basically, what this does is through a series of questions, we are going to find out how you are showing up in your life, the life of others, and in this world, not only when all is going well, which is very easy to show up in a more positive way, in a more energetic way. We call it in a more anabolic way. But what happens when we're under stress? And some of us show up differently, and we like to identify that, and taking the assessment will show that, and then we will work and navigate that process. To me, everyone needs to take this because it is a tool to put in your toolbox of life. And if you strive for optimal living, which is what we all coach with Hensel Coaching and Consulting, the ELI assessment is really a pivotal tool for you to reference back to and apply to your life. So with that, I think we are moving on to Ashley. Did I cover everything?
You did. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so excited to be offering the ELI and your Dress for Success course for free, and our coaching sessions. And all of that allows, it's like, along with the Single Girls Kit, putting together this like beautiful, perfect package of your future self in dating. Lena Marie and I, in a minute, we're going to get to our top tips for meeting the one for you, but I think we want to introduce ourselves first. My name is Ashley Elitch. I am a life coach specializing in helping women transform their lives and gain more confidence so that they can go after their goals in life, including men. You know, I became a coach around confidence because, you know, in my 20s, I was really not confident, really making a lot of dating mistakes, a lot. They all helped my growth. They all taught me, but eventually I did learn how to date, and I learned self-confidence, and I learned, I frankly put in place like some rules for myself around my values and boundaries that helped me date and helped me ultimately find the one. I'm getting married next Saturday on the 26th, actually. So the rules worked, I'll tell you that much. And I brought all of that to the Single Girls Kit, plus what we learned at IPEC, our coaching school. So yeah, hello, I'm excited to be here.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm Lena Marie Gilbert, helping you bounce back from a breakup and attract the love your soul desires. I love saying that. I love saying like my little tagline. I've been a relationship and life coach, same as Ashley and Tracy. We went to the same school. It's been over a year now. I've been single for about a year. Went through a breakup that I thought was the one. I was obsessed with the idea of finding like someone, right? Finding like a boyfriend, right? And then I realized this past year, like, I don't want just a boyfriend, I want the right person for me. And so that has been my journey the last year, focusing on myself, focusing on finding that love, being that love, right? Like I've been, my old way of dating was no longer working for me. That's why with the Single Girls Kit, it's all about creating what works for you now, not based off of the past, what may have worked before. It's about creating what you want today and what you want in the future. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been embodying that every single day this summer, really committing to allowing myself to first be loved so that I could love someone else. So I've been dating. I have a date Friday.
Nice.
Let you guys know. A second date this Friday. So I'm really excited about that. I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with dating because what you'll learn tonight, like you can find a man, you can find a boyfriend tomorrow, but is this person for you? Is this person right for you? The only way you'll know is if you just get to know that person. So let's get in with our top tips.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Lena Marie and I, we put these together and we'll talk about them. We just talked about, and I know Tracy, I know you're excited for one in particular. So yeah, we can't wait to share.
Very much so. Can't wait to get that one.
In the beginning, each date is just to find out if you want to see him again, not to see if he's your future husband, right? We are not walking in to meet someone and saying, okay, I'm looking for a husband, I'm looking for a husband, I'm looking for a husband. Why don't we try to get to know him first, right?
Yes, I'm a huge believer in that. First date, guys, relax. Just be yourself, right? I told you the story where someone was asking, well, are you talking to other people?
On the first date. Yeah.
On the first date, like, relax. Get to know the other person. This is crucial for just not just the first date, but for every date that you have with him or with someone else. And it doesn't have to be him. Get to know him. It might seem, I think with a lot of women, because I've noticed this in myself, is saying the same thing over and over and over, right? Mm-hmm. Like you're going into the first date and it feels like it's like robotic, right? Like how do you get past like, what's your favorite color? Things like that. And it could be fun, right? And that's what we talk about in the Single Girls Kit, right? It's all about your mindset. So if you're going into these first dates, like A, like, is this man my husband? Or B, like, again, that's going to show up. That energy is going to show up on your first date. Should treat it, yes, as a first date. And that is all that it is.
And thank you, because that also, it takes the drama out of it. There's no drama. You are walking in to meet someone. That is it, period. See if you like them. That's it. No pressure.
That's it. See if you like him.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about that. It's easy to, it's perfectly natural to wonder if the other person likes us. But on a first date, challenge yourself. Just find out 3 unique things that you want to get to know about this person. Find out 3 things that that you find interesting about him. See what happens with that. Make it like a little game.
We like
A little
that.
exciting.
All right, you ready?
Yes. Tip number 2.
Stop texting all day.
Mm.
Texting is for him to make plans with you, not to talk about your deepest secrets, not to meet you at 2 o'clock in the morning, not to have a random conversation. Okay. You do not get to know someone through a phone. And with the Stoner Girls Kit, you learn how to spot a false connection. You learn how to not lower your standards, and you learn that when it is time to communicate via text, you'll know how to do it. You'll have the confidence in how to do it. I built a lot of rules around texting when I was dating, a lot, because I found that it like took me away from, I'd be texting all day during work, and at the end of a work day, I'm like, what did I even do today? Like, it was ridiculous. And frankly, when you share your innermost secrets early or especially over text, this is needy. And what I've seen and experienced myself is that a lot of women do this to actually try to push men away, to say, this is my worst. What are you going to do with it? It's testing, it's threatening. And it's a lack of self-confidence and security. And when you go through our program, that's exactly what you're gaining, the self-confidence and the security to not be needy, to not feel like you have to be needy in order to get someone.
Right. I used to be one of those women just texting all day on my iPhone, just, oh, it's okay. I just want to know what he's up to. It's okay, justifying, right? Justifying all these reasons why I need to text him. It didn't give him an opportunity to text me first or ask me out on a date. Now, we're not saying like, don't text him. We're not saying that. But leave him like wanting more. Texting is for setting up dates. Or what I love now is like using the iPhone. I don't know if Android people have this, but you can use like voice messages. Like you can send them a voice message.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I've been doing now. I've been doing switching it up a little because it gets stale. So, and learn to pick up a phone. Well, he should also be calling you as well. But all we're saying is like, allow yourself to also to be wanted and pursued a little. Do you agree with that?
I hard yes agree with that.
Agree with it. I'm sitting here going, well, texting wasn't around when I was dating, so things are much different. So I'm already over here thinking, this is not an area that you would spend a lot of your energy. I think it's a red flag on both ends. If he were texting all day long, red flag. But remember, ladies, whatever would be a red flag that he's putting out there is still a red flag if you're putting it out there.
Right.
So to me, on both sides, this is too much. And that's not a way to get to know anyone. I mean, that's not, I'm just not a lot of texting. No.
Yeah. I know, it's like,
it's setting up, it's a follow-up text is great. Maybe a couple, how was your day? How's your day going? But especially in those early stages, it should be more for, is there going to be a follow-up date?
Right. Yeah. I'm super old-fashioned. I love a good phone call. I love to hear the guy's voice. I find that really, sexy to get to know like his cadence and tone while talking to him. I'm a fan of like having like an hour-long talk, and also using the virtual means. So one thing that I've learned, right, from COVID is like we can utilize Zoom. Guys, when you're on these dating apps and whatnot, you don't even have to give them your phone number. There's an option on a lot of these apps where you can just do a quick video call, a quick phone call through the app. 20 minutes. That's all you need.
That's awesome.
My whole thing too that I want to say is you don't want to look like your life is too available, because I'm just going to say, I would have a perception, guy or girl, if you're texting all day long, I'm just going into this person doesn't have much of a life, because who has that type of time? And if you do, then I already feel like you have too much time on your hands, which to me is not attractive. So that's, but again, we're all going to show up different. That's what's beautiful about the Energy Leadership Index assessment. We all see through a different lens. There's no judgment or shame or guilt on how we feel. But there are times when I perceive people to have too much time on their hands. Yes, we all have a 24-hour window. We just all use it differently. But if I had went out on a first date and the next day he's texting me all day long, in my mind, I'm thinking, do you not have a job? Because red flag that you don't have a job. Sorry. So, and no shame in that. Okay. That is what I would think. So it would be a red flag. You ladies don't want to look like you're too available either. You want to look like you're a successful person who has a life, who is doing things with your day-to-day life. If you're too available, different topic for a different day.
I know. This is a whole different conversation. I know. Lena Marie, I'm going to say the next one, and I'm going to let you go, because this is so yours.
Let me. Yes.
You cannot change a person. The single girls, kid, ladies accept men for who they are.
Love it. Loving
it. Don't try to repaint his colors once he has shown you who he is, guys. Oh my gosh. Usually they show you pretty early on who they are. And I'm a firm believer. You have to allow adults to be who they are. This is not just men. This is people. They're not your children, okay? I mean, if you had children, then yes, of course. Like, I don't know what you do.
Even then, they are who they are.
Yeah, exactly. As far as changing or telling them what to do, right? You cannot tell your man what to do. It's hard.
We can't mold. We can't mold.
You can't. Yes.
Someone in a mold. Yeah.
You know what?
Yes.
With everyone.
We don't date potential.
Yes. No, we don't. Right. We do not date potential. So
love it.
When you create the story in your head, well, he's this person, or he has this type of car, and he has this type of career, he makes 7 figures, he's amazing, but he does not text me right away, he's doing this. Listen to that but. If you find yourself like making excuses and ignoring those red flags, then that's you can't do that. You know, you're already setting yourself up, because when a man wants to change, he will change. It's not necessarily going to be with you. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. And he will change when he is ready to. Okay. And that's what the Single Girls Kit is about, right? A high quality lady, right? We notice when the bad behavior starts to show up. We notice when the red flags, or this doesn't feel good in my stomach. It's okay. You do you. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna walk away. That's what we do. And this is how we're gonna teach you. We're gonna teach you all the tools how to walk away when you start viewing all of the bad behavior. Yep. All right. He's not gonna change.
And it can be really hard to walk away. Like that's what we teach. And we also teach you about your intuition. how to really tap into your intuition and say, like, what's going on here? Is this a red flag? We teach you all about how to figure out what your red flags are, what your must-haves are, and then how to discern that while you're dating. We make it easy for you. Sorry, go ahead, Tracy.
No, I love everything that you guys are sharing. The thing is you have to look at yourself. We can make changes to some degree in our life, but at the end of the day, we really are who we are, and we are. In coaching, we kind of call it our Whoville. So we are this human being inside, let's say, a circle, and it's everything that's happened in our entire life that has formed our beliefs or limited beliefs, our perceptions, how we view things, how our filter is. So the way it's kind of like some people are introverted, some people are extroverted. Some people can light up a room with their charismatic personality, and other people are more quiet, because we're all different. So it doesn't make anyone wrong. Even if he has red flags, that means he has red flags for you. We're not saying he's not a good person, or he's not someone who could be great for someone. It's he doesn't meet you. That's why we find a husband and we marry that person, and there's many people we date that we don't marry, because we're finding out that, you know, that part I just didn't really like, or that part just, I don't know, in my gut, my intuition just told me there was this feeling, because people are somewhat who they are. So you have to remember, if you see things that you're really kind of being rubbed a little bit the wrong way, understand right from the get-go, that's probably what you'd be signing up for if you continue to date this person. So you can't mold someone to be what you want them to be. You may see such great potential in people. Great, love that. But it's not about that. Other people have to see that in themselves to make changes.
Right.
Absolutely.
And also chemistry versus compatibility.
That's the one I love. Love it.
So we have a whole week on that, week 5. What is chemistry? What is compatibility? We talk all about this, what that means to you, where do you feel it? What is the spark? Right? How do you know if someone is compatible for you? That is how you know the difference, how you know to continue with the person, right? Lifestyle. Can your lifestyle really work with that person? That is compatibility. Chemistry.
I feel too like Disney movies tell us that chemistry is what matters, and you fall in love with it immediately, and he catches you as you fall off the whatever. No.
Like you're oozing with the giddy. No, that's very honeymoon stage.
And you have chemistry, and of course that, that needs to exist. You have to be attracted to the person, but can you live with this person for the rest of your life? That's compatibility. That's true partnership. And that's what we talk about.
Yep. Team player. Yep. Compatibility.
Yeah.
Similar goals, so important. I always love when people say opposites attract. I always, I want to challenge that, because in what way? Because compatible people are not opposites.
Yeah.
Compatibility means we're a team, and we see similar. We show up similar. That's compatibility. So love to know how opposites attract. Yeah, maybe an introvert and extrovert. You don't need two extroverts maybe fighting for attention, but yeah, compatibility, chemistry and compatibility, you need a little bit of that chemistry for sure. That's generally the initial stage. That's one of the things that will get you to the second date. But what's going to get you 2 months in, 2 years in, it's going to be compatibility.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We really teach you how to pay attention to that, to know what that means for you. Okay, another great one we all love. Keep a tight hold on your values and boundaries. The right person will respect this and find it attractive. Again, we have an entire week on values and boundaries in the Single Girls Kit. We tell you how to identify yours if you don't already know them, and then how to keep a tight hold onto them.
Right. I didn't know before coaching. I didn't know what my values were. I thought I had an idea what my values were, but I didn't really know. Or they were maybe values that I adopted from my parents or from friends. And then I did this work, and I'm still doing this work. And you know what? Like every day I have a notebook of all my values just to keep that reminder. So when I go on these dates or just out in the world, I go, how does this really align with my values? One of my top values, fun. Like I love having fun, right? That fun is subjective, right? I think I can make almost everything a little fun. Traveling, self-expression. It took me a while to like really do this exercise, and we're going to share the exercise with the single girls. Because it's going to affect all your areas of your life, not just dating, and how to honor your values, how to honor it. How do you respond? We teach you a formula that Ashley and I think Tracy uses it. When someone pushes your buttons, when you are triggered, when someone just pushes too hard, or you're in a situation where the value is just being challenged, we're going to teach you a formula you can use in that moment in time, right then and there, that you can just keep there in your back pocket and use it. And that has helped me numerous times. Boundaries.
Yeah.
I didn't know what boundaries were. I didn't know what they were until coaching. I realized that I had very loosey-goosey boundaries, on a borderline of like people pleasing.
Yeah.
No one wants to be a people pleaser. And then when I realized my boundaries and I started saying, no, I don't like that, and started honoring myself, that's when I'm like really in tune with myself. That's when I feel really good. I feel really good about me, right? When I say no to a date that I already know it's not, I'm not feeling it with that person. Boundaries.
Well, and that is part of you knowing yourself really well, which is what's so important. And what the first half of the Single Girls Kit is really all the inner work. Like we're going deep. And then to have these 4 one-on-one coaching sessions means that, whatever lesson we're working on, you can bring it to us one-on-one and say, I need support with this, or how do I really apply this to my life? I want to talk further, support me. Like that's why these one-on-one sessions are super important. And that's why we offer them, to make sure you totally get it. And you walk away from this program feeling like, I got this. He's out there. He's around the corner. I'm going to go get him. This next tip actually goes a little bit to our texting conversation.
Oh, right.
Have your own passions and interests outside of dating. Have a life, live your best life. Trust and believe he's on his way. There's a lot of this in the Single Girls Kit. And this, we get into the law of attraction, how to make the law of attraction work for you, so that you don't feel like you're doing and working all the time. You don't have to feel annoyed at another first date. You can learn how to have fun by living your best life.
Right. And getting back on having your passions and interests, knowing what they are.
Yeah.
A true master is like always learning and growing. I love investing in myself, investing in my mental health. And so this is like the perfect opportunity now that, I'm single, to explore new hobbies. Like I discovered my new love of, I've always loved wine, but I didn't really like dive into it. So I spent like my summer just social distancing, going to different wineries, traveling, because that's one of my values, around like New York State. I've never traveled outside really. Like if I'm home in New York City, I'm in New York City. I don't, I don't go anywhere. But I explored all of like upstate New York. I never do that. I didn't need like to have a date to go with me. I went with myself and some other friends. So use this time to explore to other relationships such as your friends that you might have neglected, while you were in your last relationship, your career. Use this time to boss up even further in your career, right? Like, I mean, I love money, so I'm using this time to make more money. While I'm not dating, because being in a relationship is really expensive. So, you know, I'm working on my bank account. And your health. That's what I mean by investing in yourself. Invest in your mental. Don't forget your mental health. That's where coaching comes in, right? And also like your fitness, right? Fitness, like feeling good, just having all of that energy and feeling nice, feeling good. Yeah. This is what you can be doing, utilizing your free time doing when you're not in a relationship or in between dates, so that when you are on a date, you have stuff to talk about.
And then when he texts you incessantly, you can say, I'm too busy for this guy. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
And like, I feel like a lot of, especially us type A women, we have to, I know I had to like kind of be taught how to have fun along many years ago. And so I'm finally make it a priority, but make it a priority for you. No matter how often, maybe you go on a lot of dates a week, that's great. But like, are you having fun by yourself and with your friends? Are you living your best life, even if your relationship status is not where you want it to be?
Right. So. Right. And that's when, with our private one-on-one sessions with the Single Girls Kit, we can explore that deeper. Explore, like, what do you really want to do? Where do you see yourself? At a couple of weeks and like this new season, what do you really want to do? What are you passionate about?
I just
explore that. Wait, what?
I said I just want to stay inside.
Oh gosh. Well, Ashley is getting married.
Too cold. It's too cold.
Oh, she's staying inside. She's newlywed. Yes.
This next one, I know we're going to have a lot to say about it. I mean, it's certainly my like favorite subject.
Right.
Like energy attracts like energy.
Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? So what that means for me is you start with being the one for yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So I know that these are our top tips for attracting the one. Like energy, it starts from within. Be that person. Be love. So when you are going out to find someone, you're already embodying that. Mm-hmm. You're embodying that abundance, that love already.
Like I always ask women, because we always say like, I'll be happy when.
Yes.
What feelings are at your when? And if it is love and support, how can you capture those feelings now? Because I know it exists in your life. It might not exist the way you want it to exist, but it's there. How can you really feel into the people who already love and support you? And how can you show that love and support to everyone in your environment? And that's really when the law of attraction clicks in and the universe says, oh, she's ready. Like she's got so much abundance, she can handle more. She's ready for it. We always have a choice to feel however we want to feel about our relationship status, people who are in our lives, our job, everything, our body. How do you want to feel about being single? What do you want to embody, and what do you want to put out into the world? Because that's what you're going to attract back. What do you think, Lizzie?
Love it. It's so true, because if you're putting out, this disposition of poor me, or I'm the victim, or this date went bad, or and that's what you're fueling, and that's the type of conversation you're going to get back. So think about how what you're putting out is what you're going to receive back, and that will help you to even gauge how you're going to show up, and even how you're going to verbalize the topics that you want to talk about.
Right. Ashley, you have a rule that's about dating apps, and I love that. Ashley always says, like, when she was single, that limit your time on the dating apps, because if you find yourself like swiping away and you're feeling frustrated, and it's like, oh, this guy's I'm not getting any matches, you're bringing that energy, right? So I've been switching my whole strategy. So like Ashley, like like a few months ago, I started utilizing that rule. I started just doing like 10 minutes at a time, just on my apps, because I did find myself at a point just saying, no.
Yeah.
Versus,
and you're bringing that energy. It's even through the app, it matters.
Yes.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah, I was frustrating myself.
Yes.
I was getting really annoyed with myself. And I'm like, wait, why do I feel this way? Like, I don't want to feel this way. I want to have fun with this. Like, I want to enjoy. So then when I am messaging people, like, I can cut that energy can flow through my text message. And so that's why knowing, like, checking in with yourself. How am I feeling? If I'm not up for the dating apps, guess what? I'm not gonna turn on the dating apps tonight. I'm just gonna go back on tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little more like a little more okay. I feel a little good. I feel a little more confident. Like right now. Like, I know, like, red lipstick. I love like the splash of red. Like, it's like my thing. So I'm gonna do something that gives me that energy, that gives me that little push for myself.
Yeah.
To help me, like, okay, now I feel a little more like myself while I'm talking to everyone on YouTube land and
I love
everyone
that.
on Zoom.
Ultimately, you do it because it makes you feel good, not because a man will like it.
Oh,
And
no.
that is what is showing up in the world. Like, that's how we attract the one who's compatible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love that. And let's see. We are on to our last tip.
I know.
And I love this one.
Me too.
I love this one. Know what you bring to the table and own it. Own it. Okay. Own your confidence, own your body, own, like, your unique gifts that make you. Feel it in yourself. Feel it like I love to, like, touch myself, like, on my heart. I love to, like, what I love about myself is, like, I love when I put on something, like, nice and, like, form-fitting. Like, it makes me feel good about myself. So when I feel good about myself, right, I start moving differently. There are things that I love about myself. I focus on what I love about I love my smile. Like, I love, like, my laugh. That's what you bring. These unique gifts, like your personality, you know, things that you have, things that you love about yourself. Really, I really can't stress that enough.
I know.
Find things, unique things about you, and walk with purpose with that. Walk with your, stand up tall when you enter the room, you know.
Women of our program, there's no neediness. Through the program, you do learn to love yourself. You do learn to find the things that you love about yourself, because a lot of women will come in just having very low self-confidence in themselves, in their dating lives. A lot of it really kind of runs the gamut, and they leave the program being like, oh my God, like I can do this. And I remember one of the reviews we got, she said, she kind of like broke down every week, like, this was great because of this. This was great because of this. And she just, it opens women up to see themselves really beautifully.
Yes, we do a lot of thought work. Thoughts, like your thoughts create your feelings create your actions. So you have 60,000 plus thoughts in your head each day, right? And what you learn with the Single Girls Kit is how to be a little more intentional with your thoughts. So when you think, what I want is perfectly attainable, what feeling will that create? For me, when I think that, I feel powerful.
I want to take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
That question was really important.
Oh, wait.
What feelings are created with what I want?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's so important to grab a hold of and think about and actually feel inside your body, and to know the true feelings that you desire. And that's what you're trying to capture. And that's exactly what we teach. And we teach you why that's so important and how that brings you closer to the one. I love that, Lena Marie.
You're always doing the best you can and nothing else. All right. You cannot make a mistake. All right. You have the power to create any relationship you want. And that the first relationship to develop is the one that you have with yourself. You own that. You own that relationship with yourself. You can create anything with anyone. What do you? Thank you. Thank you. What do you think, Tracy?
So I was going to say, I love what you're sharing about you only have yourself. So at the end of the day, I mean, who are we with all the time? Mm-hmm. We are with us 24/7. We never get away from us. All the more reason to learn to love yourself. Now, we all have areas where we have strengths, and we are going to have areas where we have weaknesses. What Lena Marie and Ashley are sharing is embrace your strengths and really tap into those, because generally what your strengths are what other people are going to admire and be drawn to about you. Think about the people that you admire and you're drawn to. What you're drawn to is their strengths, not their weaknesses, but it doesn't mean that they don't have them. We just get tunnel vision and we think that we're the only ones that has weaknesses. Yeah. And so many people focus on those. But if you were to flip the switch and only focus on your strengths and say, I'm not good at that, no big deal. I always say there are more things that I am not good at probably than I am good at, but where I am good, man, I am damn good. You can't touch me. You can't touch this girl, because where I am good, I'm untouchable and I'm unstoppable. But actually, I would say where I'm weak is probably stronger, but I don't focus on that. Mm-hmm. And I rise and shine to my strengths, and you can too. Now, the other thing too is sometimes things don't go well and we go, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Or oh, I wish I would have said that. Or isn't that life? Isn't that life? I mean, yeah, welcome to life. It's going to happen. It's going to happen whether you're dating, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're married, at work, at home, with your children someday, your parents, your sibling, that's life. It happens. We always have little things that we think, oh, wish I could have done that differently. Just today, my daughter and I were someplace and we said after the fact, oh, we should have did this first because it probably would have saved us money or whatever it may be. But you don't focus on that. It's all an opportunity to learn and go, next time, I'll just make sure I'm more aware of that. It gives you an opportunity to adjust course. So if you're out there dating and you do meet someone on a dating app and you decide to meet together and there's some things that you wish you would have done differently, don't follow up with some text message, trying to cover it up or, oh, I'm sorry, or whatever it is, because that just isn't going to come off. Just own it. Just adjust course. No one's really expecting you to be perfect. And would you want someone that did expect that? Just put your best foot forward because you have a best foot.
Yeah.
What are you going to focus on? Too many people focus on the I don't even want to say negatives, but they see it as negatives. When I'm working with a client, they'll go on and on and on, and I'll say, okay, well, let's talk about some of the positives that you have, because I just want to get them on the table because they're there. We just want to make sure we get them on the table. Yeah, we'll work on some of the areas you want to work on, but I also want to hear where you're really solid and grounded and where you're good and where your strengths are, because we all have them. And then I make note of that because as we're working with you, and Ashley and Lena Marie do the same, we're going to bring back, oh yeah, but guess what? You told me that this was a strength. So why aren't we tapping into that? Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Live your best life, but you have to love yourself first. And if there's an area that you really don't love about yourself, just always know you have the power to change that. You're not a victim to it.
Absolutely right.
You have all the power in the world.
There's a couple of questions here.
Okay.
What about older women, not necessarily looking for marriage anymore, but just want to find compatible companions? What about them? I'm curious what the question is exactly. And I would also offer that, the concepts we're talking about don't have an age limit. And in the Q&A, there's another question about, do you address older women's dating concerns? So the answer is yes. I'm curious to know what your concerns are. And however, I know that all the concepts that we teach are universal. Anything else, Lena Marie?
Yes, that's exactly it. The last round we had a diverse group of ladies, and I'm sure we're going to have the same diverse age group in the fall edition. And so all the tools that we teach you, as I said, you can use it in dating, you can use it in your career, in whatever area in your life. All the concepts that we teach is usable.
Yeah. It's they're universal. Any more questions? Just pop them in here. I think let's go over quickly one more time what we're offering. But our 6-week program begins next Wednesday, September 23rd. And we meet every Wednesday for 6 weeks, 7 to 8:30. We do record them. Of course, we want you to be there live. If you can't, we understand. Within that 6 weeks, you get 4 coaching sessions with either Lena Marie or me. And if you sign up, you also get Tracy's Dress for Success. Is it next weekend, Tracy?
It is, yeah, it's September 26th. If you go to the website, which I did put the website link in the Q&A box, but I will move it over and put it, oh, we don't want to select the whole thing. I will put it in here as well. So if you go to the website right there, that link, why did it not do that? Oh, that's okay. Huh. We've got the non-tech savvy person. Why is it?
Do you want the link in the chat?
I was gonna put it in the chat, yeah.
I can maybe do
it. But it'll be, if you're watching the YouTube, you can get this link anywhere. If you go to my Instagram, it's in the bio. You can go to the website, Hensel Coaching and Consulting. I can see the link in the Q&A. Perfect. Wonderful. Yay. Good. Yes. If you use that link, you will see online courses. There will be more information of all the classes there, including a Save My Seat where you can register. Right. Yes, because someone asked about the Dress for Success. That's where you can register. Don't forget, if you join the Single Girls Kit program, if you take advantage of the program, then you get free access. Right. If you want to just take the class, but you're not taking advantage of the program, the cost is $47. And understand that there will be a replay link. So let's say you can't make it, or you think you can now, and then something comes up, no problem. That replay is emailed to you within 48 hours. Generally, it's more like 24, but I always say at least 48 hours.
Right. Awesome. And then the ELI, and we do not take the ELI lightly. We love it. All of us, we've all taken it. I think about it and use it all the time in terms of the energy levels. And when you take the ELI along with our program, it really helps identify, not, of course, in your entire life, but when we debrief you, we can talk about like how to raise your energy level in dating, in terms of the men you date and in terms of your confidence. So that's a huge, huge bonus. So yeah.
Right. And we're only offering it, the ELI, for the fall.
That's right,
ladies. And we thought about this and we were like, this was missing. This is a game changer. All right. Having the ELI along with the program, the 6 weeks, the group program, as well as the coaching sessions. Now we're really going deeper. The cost of the Single Girls Kit, $498, 6 weekly group classes, 4 private coaching sessions, Dress for Success, and the ELI. So I know
the other thing I said, you guys are giving it away. That's what I said when you guys told me you were doing the ELI. I'm like, you're giving it away.
No.
We really believe it. We love the ELI. Oh my gosh. I mean, we use the ELI in our individual one-on-one.
I just did an ELI today. I did it. Just got done.
Yes. And the Single Girls Kit, all the single ladies are getting the ELI. I mean, I don't even have to tell you what kind of value that is, but it's a huge value. Like you said, we're practically giving it, the whole course is for free.
I mean, you guys
do the math.
Well, when you do the math, it's actually, if they were paying my coaching prices, you not only you're giving it away, but you're giving them more. But yes, I love it. I think that's great. I do want to chime in real quick. I know that there's women out there, because I have clients that are my age that are single. Okay, so they're divorced and they're single, or even widowed. I have a couple that are widowed, or viewers. So what I want to say to those of you that are my age about this course, don't be intimidated and feel that this course is for the younger generation. You are going to take so much, because remember, you're working more on you. So I think what will happen is you're thinking of, well, I mean, I'm not dating like these young girls. There's so much inner work that takes place anytime you take advantage of anything that we offer. The purpose of coaching is to work on you, because we can't work on anyone else. So understand that all the men out there that you could potentially date, we're not working on them. we can't do a darn thing with them. So we're only working on you. So it doesn't matter how old you are, what stage in life you are. So if I weren't married, let's say I were divorced or widowed, approaching 50, I'm still going to be able to take tools to put into my toolbox. And that's with coaching. If you, and I'm looking like for something that could be a toolbox, but if you had a toolbox that you carried around with you, what are you putting in your toolbox? So it's about that. Now the ELI is a huge tool to have in your toolbox because you learn so much about yourself and how you show up in this life. Like attracts like. So it makes complete sense that you have a bunch of negative people in your life because you're just being negative. It's so pivotal. The fact that you can kind of tie this all in and put it in that toolbox, now you can go out and you can do whatever you want dating. Ashley and Lena Marie aren't going to go tell you, okay, pull up your phone and jump on this app. That's not what they're doing. They are going to help you be prepared to be your best self, to be confident with who you are, to let your amazing and awesome qualities shine so that now you can meet someone. So even if this isn't about necessarily looking for marriage. In fact, it's not. You can decide that I just want to date several people, and that's my goal with taking this course. It could be, I'm ready to settle down and find the right one. You're going to benefit. If you're just looking for a compatible companions, even maybe more than one, this will be for you because it's working on you and how you can go out there and get that, how you can put yourself out there to get it, because it'll attract back.
That's a great, I mean, when I first took the ELI, which was almost a year ago, I mean, everything changed for me. Just I started noticing, like we talked about, our strengths, right? Owning what you bring to the table. That's what we mean, your strengths. Started noticing my strengths. And then with the ELI helps you realize, it's like, okay, how do I react under stress? That to me, it was like, oh my gosh, this makes sense. This makes sense why I automatically go down to this feeling like, oh, why is this happening to me, right? And what I love about the ELI is like, you have a choice. So that's what the ELI assessment is gonna help you see that. Like, you have a choice to go back to the different energy levels. So we'll explain all of that in the Single Girls Kit. We're gonna talk all about that. The 7 levels of energy. You have the power to choose which level of energy I want to respond to in this moment. When I receive this text from this guy, oh, he's canceling on me 10 minutes before the date, I could choose how I want to respond. And that's, yeah, and that's what I realized when I remember my results with the ELI. I know Tracy did one of my debriefs. I had a great debrief with Tracy, and I realized, like, everything that I was putting out in the universe, like that was my unique gift, and that's what the ELI personally showed me when I first took it. That's why it was like a no-brainer to include it with the Single Girls Kit. The incredible, we just realized, like, the value in knowing yourself.
I agree.
It's just so much more.
And now the ELI shows you your potential. Like, it shows you where you can go. It shows you your breakthrough moments. Mm-hmm. And that's what, like, we can talk to you about, whether it's in your life or in dating. Yeah. I can't wait to get started. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Any more questions? Let's see.
I'm trying to put, for some reason, I can't put anything in the chat. It's not allowing me to. So I am going to add something to the Q&A. This is a link to the newsletter. If you are not signed up for the Hensel Coaching and Consulting newsletter, let me share with you that you will get 2 introductory emails within the next couple days that will talk more about the ELI, the 7 levels of energy. Also, this is where in this newsletter is where you will find out more about courses, classes, things that we're offering. So take advantage of, again, the website's a great place to go. We are always getting on my Instagram stories, so make sure you're watching us there. But yeah,
I think
much to say about that.
that's it. I feel like, I mean, if you have any questions, obviously like website, Tracy, DMs, we are so excited. If you're ready, then hop on the website and go for it. We cannot wait. And if you have questions and you're still curious if you're right for this program, then just reach out and let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Monday is when the ELI, I don't know, I was looking for a link, so maybe you guys wrapped it up. Monday, the ELI special ends.
Yep.
So, yep, you know.
Yeah, get on it.
That's that before Monday. I will have a video going out on YouTube as kind of a last push, just so that no one forgets that that's the final day. So we will still be reminding you, but yeah.
Awesome.
Yep, and then Dress for Success is next week. So if we were to look at what the week looks like, Monday will be a final round video to remind you to get registered for the Single Girls Kit and take advantage of that ELI. I mean, it's $300, the ELI in debrief is $398. $398 to do an ELI assessment and debrief. That's why I said they're giving this away. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's $398 just to do the ELI debrief, and they're giving that to you, plus 4 free coaching sessions. So then Monday will be that YouTube video. Wednesday, the Single Girls Kit program starts, and then Saturday is Dress for Success. So your first week in the program, you're going to get the Dress for Success class.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Love it. Thank you everyone for joining us. Don't hesitate to reach out to Ashley or Lena Marie or any of us to help you navigate this decision or whatever, but invest in yourself. It's amazing the things that we invest in, but we don't invest in ourselves. I mean, I do, but many people don't. Many people don't. And if you really want to live an optimal life, that doesn't happen until you start investing in yourself. Mm-hmm. But if you're too busy investing in everything else, it makes sense that, you know, maybe you're not where you want to be. So invest in yourself. Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, everyone. Yep. Finish up your whatever you're drinking.
I'm on it.
All right. Thanks, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.